What's up, everybody? We're here for hamstrings and glutes today. We've got a short exercise list, 4 rounds in circuit 1, and then we have a 5-minute AMRAP. So let's warm it up together. Equipment. You will need some sort of a Swiss ball situation, or if you have heel slides, the heel slides would work in replacement of your stability ball. You could also use dish towels, depending on your mat or surface. So I've seen paper plates or dish towels work just fine in replacement of slides. Or a stability ball. I'm not even using a stability ball. This is like a CrossFit type of ball, but it works just as well for hamstring curls. We have sumo squats, RDLs, single leg RDLs, side lunges, 20s, 30s. I'll be using those primarily. I also have 15s just in case. If you want a barbell for sumo squats, let's get started with the warm-up. Blast. Here we go. Reach up nice and tall. Walk it out. Hold here or a shoulder tap. Now, if you want to get deeper in your stretch, bring it down to a mini cobra or up dog. We love a good mini cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes and those hips back. Woo, balance. Okay, let's do 2 more. Oh my gosh, that low back stretch feels so good. I don't know about y'all. Awesome shit. Tuck those feet. We're going to send those hips back into a down dog stretch. Get separation. Pedal. Good. Walk those feet toward the hands and end in sort of like a forward fold. You can even hang in ragdoll. Good, good. Awesome work. Roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Big inhale up, exhale down. We're going to get into some scoops. So single leg. Drop 1 heel down, toe up, sink back, really scoop it up. Both hamstrings are getting a nice deep stretch right here. Anytime I like to do isolated unilateral hamstring work, it's important to individually stretch those hamstrings as well. You get a little bit deeper stretch when you're focusing on either side versus both. Awesome work. We're going to open up those hips a bit and work on our side lunging. So in the actual workout today, in our side lunges, here's what I want you to focus on. Instead of moving, simply shifting your body to the side, I really need you to send the hips back first. So as your hips travel back, you can naturally shift the body weight to the side without all of your weight being forward, and then that pressure becomes too much for the knees. Where you really want to feel this move is the glutes and inner thigh. So as I send the hips back, I'm also now feeling a very deep stretch here in my inner thigh. If I'm driving my heel to the ground a little bit better, and then I can push off of my heel that's planted if I've got a nice wide enough stance. All right, so you don't want to be too wide in your stance, in your side lunging. Get comfortable, but if you're too shallow, you're not going to get as much out of the movement as you could. If you're too wide, you're probably not going to get much out of the movement either, to be quite honest. So you might want a couple practice reps. This is why we're doing this in our stretch. Okay, because when you add weights, adding weights has a funny way of throwing off your form if your form wasn't great to begin with. So I need you to focus first on sending hips back, not shifting body weight to the side. Back, push up through the opposite heel. You should be feeling this in the glute and inner thigh. If you're feeling any knee pain, stop the move. Oh, awesome work. If you want progressions for that when the time comes, you can always grab a shallow bench. And if you need a modification would look like a side step up. Here we go. Starting out with, I don't even need a timer. Why am I going over here? Starting with sumo squats with a pulse. Okay, so 10 reps. We're adding pulses. So this is why I'm using a dumbbell versus the barbell. Pulsing is a game changer when you're lifting at home. So what we're going to do is come down, pulse it, finish that rep completely. Now your path traveling should look like a path straight down, as if you were on an elevator, not an escalator. This is all glutes and inner thighs. Two more, we're going to move into our hamstring curls. So grab your Swiss ball, sliders. If you're at the gym, just use the hamstring curl machine. That works fine. Hips are lifted the entire time. Three more. This move is so good for the deep core, my postpartum mamas. I know you start at the beginning like, oh, this feels super easy. Oh my God, I'm on my 10th rep and holy fuck. Woo, so good. Coming up for our side lunges. I'm going one side before switching. All 10 reps on one side. Good, last one. Switch it up. 10. Awesome shit. 10 straight leg RDLs. Roll those shoulders down and back. Plant those weights by the side. Slight angle. So bring those weights slightly forward as you hinge. Your goal here is a strong hinge, not how far forward you can come. Flat back, tuck that chin to chest. Last one. Quick sip of water. 3 more rounds. I actually love that circuit. Like, this is a great circuit every single week for hamstring focus. Just saying, if you want to repeat it. Halfway there. Now you should feel the difference like almost immediately between sumos and regular squats. Sumos is all outer glute inner thigh. All right, more pelvic floor engagement. Here we go. Halfway there. Good, way to last. Finish that last rep strong. I really wanted to quit, I know. I really wanted to quit too. Okay. Bumping up to 20s this round, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do for side lunges. We'll see. 10 and 10. Send those hips back. Switch it up. If you've made that adjustment in your path traveling, you're focusing on pulling those hips back, you're going to feel this all in the outer glute. We're building that shelf is what we're doing. Good, halfway. Halfway there. 2 down, 2 to go. Whew. 2 down, 2 to go. Here we go. We love sumos though. I'll always start a circuit with sumos any day of the week, even on a non-leg day. Are your legs wide enough? Are your toes slightly turned out? What you're looking for is that deeper in that fatigue towards the end of that rep range. So do what you need to do to get there, okay? Considering this back to back. Halfway. Awesome shit. All right, I'm gonna attempt these 20s one more time. Ugh, this is gonna be a test right here. The third round test. How well are you in control of your form? That's the test. Good, switch. Slow that tempo, time under tension. So don't rush. Two more. Good. Whew. All right. That was like the 2 more plus 1 more round mic drop. Weight drop. All right, quick sip of water. We've got One more round in that circuit. That's the good news. The good news is one more round. Not so great news, still have a finisher. Now, here is where growth happens. I'll explain. Last time you'll see these sumo squats with a pulse. One pulse it and up. Travel straight down. Now when you push your metabolic threshold, once the muscles are already fatigued, it's called a burnout. So ending your workout with some sort of burnout, which we do, whether it is a EMOM or an AMRAP, or just like a constant stress on one singular muscle, that could also be a burnout. That's where you're really forcing those muscles to break down fast and then grow quicker. Bye, sumos. All right, hamstring curls. Halfway there. I heard like a really good analogy in church last night. We go to a family catechism program. So whatever your faith, your belief, your higher power, essentially they were comparing a one-to-one relationship with God versus extending to community and church. And you know, if you're choosing a singular relationship to God without going to church, for example, without extending into a deeper community, you don't necessarily have any standards or benchmarks to show you how you're doing. It would be like, yeah, I want to have this amazing body, but I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. to do the workouts. Or have a coach tell me, here's what you need to work on specifically. It's like, you know, I want this deep, meaningful relationship and connection without one foundational pillar that's required for that. And I just was able to relate that so easily to our culture today. Everybody wants something, but they're not willing to put in the work, essentially. Last one. Shit. Well, glad that's over. Putting in the work. 4 rounds instead of 3. 5-minute AMRAP instead of calling it quits when you feel like it. So we'll have a quick shakeout after this move. Awesome shit. When was the last time you did 40 RDLs or 40 sumo squats? I'm just curious. Okay. Quick sip, I'm setting up my 5-minute timer. We're gonna heat it up with jump squats. Weighted or not, your decision. I am going body weight jump squats for 6. Then we've got single leg RDLs. 6 on both sides. Hold on, setting up the 5 minutes right now. Then we've got our elevated bridges with a 3-second hold. So rep, top of that rep range, hold for 3, lower, don't cheat that hold. We've got, 8 reps of those. So that is the longest rep range is the bridges, all right? So take your time in transitions, rest if you need to rest. But it's a 5-minute clock. We're going for as many rounds as possible. This will work whether you're a beginner or advanced. Soft back knee. Same form as a straight leg RDL. Just focus on one side instead. Elevated bridges. So hamstring focus. Two, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Halfway. Eight. Good. All right, we're 2.5 minutes in. Switch. Good. We're going into minute 4. Minute 4 of 5. We're right in it. Switch. we go. We're almost in minute 5. Halfway. Two more. 40 seconds to go. Last week, I think it was, my husband joked that he could hear me make noises down here. And I was like, okay. Like, you've never heard it? Switch. Curious who else makes grunting sounds. 2 more. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, I missed jump squats. Fuck. I had to go overtime to make sure I didn't just unintentionally miss those. Awesome shit. Way to show up, get the legs done, hams, glutes, check it off the list. Hydrate, eat something nourishing, slay your day. I'll see you next week.